everyone, I am Rose Master Amy Wong. I was born into a beautiful family in a rural area. I didn't study much, and by my teenage years, I had already entered the University of Society. I worked in a toy factory, a handbag factory, and as a sales assistant in a fashion store. During that time, I had an opportunity where I encountered a couple arguing fiercely over financial issues. From that moment on, I decided that I would earn money through my own abilities and never be a burden on my family's finances. Since I was very young, I had a dream of owning my own fashion store in the future, so I wouldn't have to worry about money. While working at a fashion store, I gained the appreciation and trust of the boss. Afterwards, I was transferred to Dongguan Humen, where I helped manage a joint venture factory with Zhonghui, overseeing a tissue factory for about 2 years in the fashion industry. Feeling that the timing was right, I decided it was time to start my own business. At the age of 21, I opened a small factory with over 20 machines, and at its peak, I owned a fashion factory with over 100 employees and 2 wholesale businesses. Having over a dozen retail stores, operating independently, brought me my first bucket of gold in life. But the pressure of running a clock business is really high. The styles and trends need to change constantly. I describe myself as dreaming when there is business and dreaming when there isn't. Rent is due on the 1st, and salaries have to be paid on the 7th. Traditional businesses have many expenses. I was overwhelmed, and when I fell ill, the rise of Taobao made it even harder for physical stores to operate. My business reached a point where it was tasteless to continue, but too wasteful to abandon. So I decided to end my fashion brand business in 2013 and thought about just taking a relaxed job instead. After a few years, I found myself using up all my savings and unable to live the life I wanted. At that time, I couldn't see a future until a benefactor introduced me to Atomy. They had previously recommended different platforms to me, which I had rejected. This time, they told me that this one was different from the past ones. It was free to register and didn't require repeated spending on every page. I immediately took action and went on YouTube to find out that Atomy in France is really not simple. It is not an ordinary business, but a limitless cross-border venture, which is exactly the kind of business I have been searching for. In fact, about 2 months before I decided to become an Atomy member, someone had already recommended Atomy to me. But at that time, I didn't pay attention and didn't register. So partners, if you encounter friends who refuse, please do not give up. The chairman once said that if you haven't shared with the same friend more than 10 times, it doesn't count as sharing, because people have different thoughts at different times and in different environments. After understanding this, I am convinced that Atomy will become my lifelong career. I remember my husband responding to me at that time, saying that I didn't have to be so absolute. However, my husband knows that I am a rational and analytical person, so he fully agrees with and supports my decision to join Atomy. I am very grateful for the support of my family, as well as the strong help from all the leaders and partners. With their assistance, I achieved the level goal I set for myself in a short period of time. If I rely solely on my own abilities, I definitely won't be able to achieve my desired level in a short time, as my personal capabilities are limited. Only the power of the team is limitless. Now, I would like to share my life plan with everyone. First, regarding my career, I am currently a Rose Master and hope to achieve the title of Star Master by December 30th, 2024, while working hard to help more members become Sales Masters and Diamond Masters. Rose Master and the others used to accompany Grandma for meals every week. But recently, there are times when they are booked by members. In the coming 2 weeks, I need to take care of my grandmother at least once. My grandmother treats me very well, as if I were her own daughter. Knowing that I am busy sharing about Atomy on weekends, she tells me not to worry and to focus on my work. I am very grateful for my 2 aunts, husband and son who can understand me. Currently, I am living in a 786 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit. I am already very grateful. When I want to become a Royal Master, I will build a 1,600 square foot deep villa in the countryside for my brothers and their families to come together, forming a committee for my parents. Since my mother wants me to return to build the ancestral home, I thought that the countryside house wouldn't hold its value, so I discussed with my mother about helping my brother in the city with the down payment. My mother agreed. I thought that was the end of the matter, but I didn't realize that before their passing, my parents were still concerned about their descendants. They hoped that whoever made a lot of money would come back to restore the ancestral home. I then understood how important the ancestral home is to the elderly. At that time, my business was already in trouble. This matter has always weighed on my mind. It truly feels like a tree that stands tall, but is not rooted, longing for what is absent. Currently, I want to buy a Toyota Hiace S300 for around $360,000 to give to my husband in 2026 because I greatly admire his resilience and adaptability. In terms of charity, when I was running my business, I had previously contributed to children's and cancer foundations, but now, due to having a job, I no longer have that capability. I plan to donate 10% of my income from Atomy to charity. Starting from January 1st, 2023. What about traveling? The family goes on a trip once a year. The cost is not too important. What matters most is that the family is happy together. In terms of learning, I need to listen to at least 2 success stories from Atomy every day, watch 2 product introduction videos, and read for 10 minutes about health. I have been running a traditional business, which has caused a lot of stress and poor sleep, leading to bad health. Now I feel much less pressure, and after taking Atomy health products for the past 2 years, my health has improved significantly, and my sleep has also gotten better. I will continue to take Atomy's high concentration products. Soft Gel Lutein, Soft Gel Dragon Fruit Juice, vitamin powder, and probiotics are used to enhance one's immunity and supplement the body's nutritional needs. Additionally, it is recommended to do hand exercises for 10 minutes daily or run for half an hour. My sharing ends here. Thank you, everyone. I wish you all success at Atomy and a fulfilling life. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up.